My name is Cassandra Miller. The point of my speech today is to inform you, my audience, Taylor Murray, about Vincent van Gogh, his life, his struggle with mental illness, and his later death because of it, but the art that encompassed it and its impact on the world. Thomas Merton is quoted as saying, "Art enables us to find ourselves and lose ourselves all at the same time." And for me, that rings true. I spent most of my childhood immersed in art, whether it be actually with my artistic father or going to plays, museums, things like that with my mom. I've grown up with a huge appreciation for art. I discovered Vincent van Gogh in particular when I was 14 years old, which is when my depression really started to hit me. And I kind of always latched on to the idea that we were similar because he also suffered from depression, and a lot of the thoughts that he has has written to Theo, his brother, about having, I've also had. So I really identified with that. And his ability to create such beautiful art, even though he was so depressed and so had so many issues, really just dumbfounded me because he saw the world in such an amazing way that no one, like looking at one of his paintings, you never know that he was depressed or that he wasn't all there. His art is just beautiful. It's full of color. It's alive. So with that, Vincent van Gogh was born in the Netherlands in 1853. His father was a preacher, which led him to unsuccessfully be a preacher and a missionary himself. He also was an art dealer for a short while before actually getting into art itself. He started by sketching and then moved on to paintings. And what's interesting about Van Gogh is his beginning art was very monochromatic as opposed to the bright, colorful pictures everyone's used to seeing from him. So this is one of his paintings here. It's called The Potato Eater. He was very into painting the common man as they were. And so he goes from this, at the beginning of his career, which started in 1880 is when he really started art, to the more well-known pictures. So like Starry Night on the Rhone, the irises, both of which I have tattooed to me. So he goes from very monochromatic to very bright, very quickly in his career. His career was very short. It only spanned 10 years of his life. He didn't start painting until he was in his 20s. He started to have a lot of depression issues when he lived in Paris. So then he moved to Arles in Provence and lived with Paul Gauguin, who was the main influence of his Impressionist art style. He actually, at one point, severed his ear and gave it to a brothel worker as a present. And then when the police went to investigate, they found Van Gogh passed on the floor and actually thought that Paul Gauguin had killed him. So they arrested Paul Gauguin. Obviously, Van Gogh eventually got better and told them it was, what had happened. But anyways, he spent a year in the St. Remy Asylum, even though it was one of the worst years of his life. A lot of his really beautiful paintings are presented there, or come from that stint, showing just how beautiful the art that can be, even though you're not in the greatest mindset. He killed himself on July 29th in 1890. He shot himself and actually left a note for the police that said, "What I have done is nobody else's business. I am free to do what I like with my own body." Basically trying to allude that he had killed himself and he didn't want anyone else to get blamed after what had happened to Gauguin when they thought he was dead the first time. In conclusion, while art may not be important to everyone, it has been a major factor in my life, and it's been one of the main things that has kept me going and kept me looking towards a brighter, more beautiful future. Van Gogh fought his depression for as long as he could, and I strive to do the same every day. Van Gogh is quoted as saying, "I will not live without love," and I, too, follow that.